This is WSAV News 3 Today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kim Gusby.
And I'm Ben Katko. Thanks for joining us here on News 3 Today. Today you could call a turning point in our weather.
I like that.
A well-deserved turning point.
It sounds so dramatic.
I know. That's the way it feels.
And it has been a lot warmer than it was earlier today. We're taking a live look now from our Dozier Lock Cam. Storm Team 3 meteorologist Kyle Dennis is here with what you need to know as we head into the weekend. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning. Yes, the turning point has already reached us because we're already seeing temperatures near where we were for highs yesterday. Only got to 50 yesterday. We're just 1 degree shy of that now in Savannah at 49, 47 Richmond Hill, 50 though for Vidalia, 45 Sylvania. So we're moving in the right direction. Today is day one of the start of a warming trend. The high today, 59. So we have about 10 more degrees to go with lots of sunshine through the afternoon. It will get chilly tonight. We're already down in the low 40s by 8 o'clock. We bottom out near freezing, but no wind tonight, so we won't have the wind chill. But like I said, we're just starting this warming trend. It continues, really accelerates as we move into the weekend. Highs in the 60s, dare I say, near 70 for some of us.
Oh,
as we make our way into Sunday. But of course, we'll talk about that and her next chance of rain in the full forecast in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to it. Sounds great.
Yes,
all right.
It is great. I promise.
Thanks, Kyle. We start this morning with a News 3 health alert, that is. 9 people have died from the flu in South Carolina and 5 in Georgia, all within the last 2 weeks. Health officials say more and more people are visiting local emergency rooms because of their severe symptoms. At Candler Hospital, visitor restrictions still apply, including using hand sanitizer and wearing masks. The number of people coming in the emergency room at Candler and St. Joseph's with flu symptoms has jumped dramatically. More than 345 patients have been treated at both hospitals since December 1st.
Influenza-like illness is what we call when somebody has fever and has respiratory symptoms like cough and sneezing, has sore throat, body aches, headaches, and then just generally feeling weak and fatigued.
If you think you have the flu, bed rest and fluids are in order. If you're not better in a few days, you should contact your doctor. And of course, you should wash your hands frequently to avoid getting the flu or to avoid spreading it.
Local seniors need your help staying warm this winter. We're on your side, teaming up with Senior Citizens, Inc. for their 14th annual blanket drive. You can donate new blankets at any participating Starbucks. In exchange, they will give you a free cup of coffee. You can also go to SCI's headquarters. You can find them on Bull Street. You can go to several locations throughout the landings or stop here at the WSAV studios on East Victory Drive. Low-income seniors in need of a blanket can get one at SCI from 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday. Just make sure you bring your ID and proof of income with you. For a full list of places where you can drop off a blanket, go to WSAV.com and search Blanket Drive.
If you have an overdue library book, you now have an extra month to turn it in. Live Oak Public Libraries are joining the Pines Network, giving book lovers access to hundreds of libraries around the state and some leeway during their transition period. News 3's Danny Dykes is on your side this morning with more on these exciting changes. Good morning, Danny. What can you tell us?
Hey, good morning, Kim. Well, with the addition of Live Oak Public Libraries, the Pines Network now includes more than 300 public libraries for members to enjoy. Community members can access materials beyond what's available locally and have items delivered to their home library for free. Pines cardholders can also travel to any of the 54 partner library systems in the state to check out or return books. Live Oak executives say they're excited about all of the new possibilities.
If you happen to be in Tifton, Georgia for whatever reason, you can walk into their library, find a book, lay down your Pines card, check out a book. And you can return it to us when you come back home. You read it, then you can return it to us and we'll send it back free of charge.
The Live Oak Public Libraries will offer fine forgiveness from now until February 20th. Library members will not be able to place a hold on items until this date, and all current holds will expire. The Live Oak Public Library cards will also expire on February 20th. You can begin applying for a new Pines Library card on February 1st. And the Pines system will go live at all Chatham, Effingham, and Liberty County branch locations on February 20th. Danny Dykes, WSAV News 3.
All right, Danny, thank you. This weekend marks 1 year since the Revolutionary Women's March on Washington. Last year's march prompted satellite marches around the country pushing for equal pay and affordable health care. This year, organizers say it's all about power to the polls. Women and activists in Savannah will come together to march again on Saturday, along with other cities, and organizers hope to propel women into action. Community leaders will hold workshops on Sunday, hoping to inspire women to run for local office and create a vision plan for moving the community forward. The Women's Solidarity March to Forsyth Park is tomorrow from 12:30 to 1:30 in the afternoon. Organizers will gather in Wright Square and then head south on Bull Street to Forsyth Park. The Women's March Convention, Power to the Polls, is Sunday from 9 to 5 at the Savannah Film Company on West Jones Street. The event is sold out, but organizers are encouraging people who wish to attend to come after noon.
In a News 3 follow-up, the city of Savannah took on the marijuana issue during yesterday's city council meeting. Alderman Van Johnson's proposal for lighter penalties got support from a pair of unlikely sources. Johnson will introduce an ordinance which would reduce the penalty to a fine if someone is caught with less than an ounce of pot instead of jail time. During the debate at the pre-council meeting, both outgoing Chief Lumpkin and interim Chief Revenue supported the idea, saying it would still leave charges to an officer's discretion, but it would also give them more time to deal with bigger crimes.
I think the police will use this ordinance if it's passed, because it makes sense for them in terms of probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, particularly if you put it somewhere on the south side and you got to go on the east side. It's going to take you a while to actually book.
The ordinance is still being tweaked, but Johnson hopes to have it in front of council as soon as possible with a first reading next month.
They may be splitting, but the relationship between the city of Savannah and Chatham County Police Departments may not be over just yet. County leaders sent the city a letter last week asking for help to provide police services in the West Chatham area until the department is fully staffed. News 3 has learned Chatham County only has 44 officers so far, with 51 more in the hiring process. That is far short of the nearly 130 that they are looking for to provide full services to the county's unincorporated areas.
The City of Savannah's position is we will always assist any of our neighboring communities in time of need, and whenever they request assistance, and if the county needs our help, we'll be there for them.
Savannah is not alone. A similar letter went out to all the cities in Chatham County looking for help. Reports that those other cities turned down that request are false. That, according to county officials.
In November, there were more than 15,000 people on the waiting list for affordable housing in Savannah, with an average household income of less than $13,000 a year. Behind those stats are families and individuals trying to get stable housing for themselves, coming up short. Some don't even bother trying to get on the list because it could be years before their name gets called. The housing problem is causing a harsh reality, with emergency shelters like the Salvation Army having to consistently fill up beyond capacity.
That system gets clogged up because when we've been working with individuals to get them on a budget and with the income at levels where they can afford to take the next step, there's just not enough available housing for them to have a place to go.
WSAV spoke with the executive director of the Savannah Chatham Homeless Authority. She says there's a committee in the beginning stages of working on a brand new diverse housing project for the city. That team is meeting next month to sort out the finances for the project.
Savannah's MLK Observance Day Association is looking for young people ages 5 to 21 to perform during its annual Express Success Youth Talent Showcase, Saturday, February 17th. From noon to 4 at the Greater Gaines Chapel Fellowship Hall is where you will find the event. That is located at 1006 May Street. Singers, dancers, poets, and musicians are all welcome. Performances are limited. So secure your space by calling 912-234-5502 or emailing celebrate@mlkingsavannah.com. Registration is free, and so is the event. Kim, my understanding is you will be there.
I will be there along with E93's Kenya Kabine. We've been doing this for the past at least 15, 20 years.
Just a couple of years.
Just a couple of years. For more information, visit mlkingsavannah.com. All right, coal ash roads are leaving neighbors concerned for their health.
Yeah, after the break, we'll tell you what local leaders are doing to fix what's become a big problem. You're watching WSAV News 3 today.
You're watching WSAB News 3 on your side today with Kim Gusby, Ben Katko, and meteorologist Kyle Dennis. WSAB News 3, your home for Super Bowl 52 and the 23rd Olympic Winter Games.
Welcome back to News 3 Today. Concern is growing in Effingham County about hazardous materials and coal ash roads posing health risks.
We're told recent winter weather has worsened conditions, making it harder to drive. News 3's Darius Johnson is on your side right now with answers from county leaders.
As soon as it got wet, people complained about it being on their cars, and I don't think anybody was really aware of the health issues with it.
But now they are. Coal ash covers a total of 252 roads in Effingham County, and those who drive in it say it's been a headache to deal with since 2002, and now it's even worse.
This last freeze we had, just the ice got underneath the tar and chip and lifted everything up. And now we've got this.
That's Edward Harvith. He's been a resident in Effingham County for the past 15 years. He reached out to News 3 to express his concern about the hazardous materials that lie in coal ash, like mercury, arsenic, and lead, just to name a few.
It is toxic. I mean, it can cause brain issues. It can cause blood pressure issues, organ and tissue damage. It's carcinogenic.
County Administrator Steve Davis tells me the material was approved and tested by the Environmental Protection Division of the Georgia Department of Natural Resources. They say the roads are only 12% coal ash. The rest is lime and calcium sulfate. They also tell me there is no evidence of hazardous materials that exceed regulatory limits.
What the county did was come in and put a layer of tar and rock chips on top of it.
This week, the Effingham County Board of Commissioners approved $1.42 million to purchase new equipment, material to cover and seal the roads, and a new crew. They also approved more than $7,000 for testing of the coal ash to reassure to the public that it is safe and not toxic.
That was Darius Johnson reporting. Officials say work on the roads will start in the next 2 weeks. It should be done in the next year. As for any health concerns, a lab will test 20 samples across the country and compare any toxins on these coal ash roads to others.
Now, Storm Team 3 weather, powered by Spiro's Live Titan Radar.
All right, after another cold morning, we are finally starting a warming trend. We've got lots of sunshine, beautiful live look at downtown Savannah right now on our Dozier log cam. We are already at the temperatures we saw yesterday for our highs. We're near 50 degrees now. That's all we saw yesterday. We will be much warmer than that today. We still have about 10 more degrees to warm up. 50 in Statesboro, 46 Glenville, 47 in Hinesville. Still cooler than normal for today, but we continue this warming trend as we head into the weekend. And I think you're going to like this forecast over the next couple of days. 54 at 1 o'clock, 56 at 2, 58 at 3. The high today, 59. We start to get milder, and we're going to keep the sunshine around thanks to high pressure building in from the west. That causes the air to sink, dry out, suppresses clouds, and that's what's going to be the case right on through tomorrow into Sunday and at least into the start of the day on Monday. But it also comes with much warmer air. We're talking 5 to 10 degrees now above normal as opposed to 10 to 15 below normal. So it'll be nice relief if you're not a fan of the winter chill we've been dealing with the last few days. You have to go all the way down into Florida to find any clouds. We're going to stay sunny, I think, through the rest of the day today and the next couple of days into the first half of the day on Monday. So here we are at lunchtime, near around 50 degrees and then well into the 50s this afternoon. Probably still going to be a struggle to see 60 today, but if you don't see it today, I definitely think you'll see it tomorrow. Another cold night tonight. 9 o'clock, we're down to the upper 30s to around 40, but it won't be quite as cold. Tomorrow morning, low 30s, maybe a couple of spots near freezing, but not going to see as many areas dipping into the 20s. And without the wind, we won't have the wind chill issue we've had the last couple of days. And then beautiful tomorrow afternoon with sunshine. We're all the way into the low 60s, and we continue to climb, especially on Sunday. So for today, lots of sunshine. After the cold start, it will be milder this afternoon, 59. Clear and cold, but no wind chill tonight. Notice the wind goes calm. 32 degrees, so not exactly warm. You'll still need a coat tonight and early tomorrow morning. But 63 with sunshine on our Saturday, just a few clouds. Sunday, even warmer, near 70 degrees. And then the clouds start to increase again Monday ahead of our next cold front. The difference, though, this time, there's no Arctic air on the back side of it. We could see a few showers Tuesday, but by Wednesday and Thursday, we only cool down to the low 60s, so not the dramatic winter chill that we've seen the last couple days. Here's some more good news, just in case that wasn't enough. Sunsets tonight at 5:46. We are gaining daylight hours. February 3rd, 6 o'clock. We spring forward March 11th. Be here before you know it. The sun sets at near 7:30 around then. So there's some more things to look forward to.
Yeah, and the best news is shaping up to be a great weekend.
Yes, weekend and warmer.
We're ready.
Warmer weather weekend.
Oh, I like it.
Thanks for all the fantastic news, Kyle Dennis.
I do
And
what
the
I can.
alliteration.
Of course, we appreciate it.
Well, WSAV News 3 is on your side with our mobile app.
You can stay up to date with news, weather, sports, everything we do anywhere you go. Download it for free through the iTunes App Store and Google Play on your Android phone. Coming up next, we have our Community Corner.
That's right. This past Monday, the nation paused to celebrate what would have been Dr. King's 89th birthday. Today, we'll tell you about an upcoming event that's honoring his legacy.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be in this chair. Nice
How you
meeting you,
doing?
Kim Gusby.
It's a pleasure, Miss Gusby.
I've heard a lot about you.
I hope it ain't that bad.
Welcome back to News 3 Today. 50 years after his death, the world still celebrates the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a life dedicated to achieving peace, equality, and justice for all Americans. Ron Williams is the founder of R&R Youth and Community Empowerment Organization. He's here to tell us about an upcoming event honoring the late civil rights leader and his legacy. Thank you so much for being here.
It's an honor.
Well,
Thank you.
first of all, this year is a special year because April 4th will mark the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's assassination, and you decided to do something special in honor of this occasion.
Yes, ma'am. Well, me and my partner, Dr. George Stewart, we've been doing things together now for the past 15 years, and he's a playwright, so he's doing this show, Trashing the King, and when he told me what he was doing, in my heart, in celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King's 50th year, I mean, when you look at Savannah and other cities, I always looked at there are the Martin Luther Kings of those cities, and we wanted to honor them. And so we're going to honor 110 of the most prosperous, the most powerful people of color over the past 50 years that went out and, you know, made a significant impact on the community. And it will be people such as Mr. Lester Johnson, I know we just lost him, Mr. Gator Rivers, who played basketball, people such as one of my favorite, Mr. Jose Williams, and then the Shin host of that family, the Shin host and Mr. George, and you know, a lot of people, to include our chairperson, who is Ms. Erlyn Simmons. She's the chairperson for Savannah, her, Ms. Gamble, one of your
Civil rights honoree for the Martin Luther King Jr. Observancy Association.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I was just blown away because a lot of them was a part of the movement. Mayor Jackson was one of the honorees who was a part of the movement. So we just wanted to honor people like them to show some of the young folks in the community that there are people in your community that went out and made impacts, just like Dr. King, and if they can do it, then perhaps you need to step up and do the exact same thing.
Now, something else you'll be doing is you'll be giving students scholarships
Yes,
during this event as well.
Yes, matter of fact, we're going to be getting kids from a variety of the high schools throughout the community, and we will honor some of the kids with scholarships. We're going to also take these kids and we want to bus them to places like Atlanta, to the MLK Center, to Birmingham, Selma, Montgomery, so that they can, learn more about the history. Take them to D.C. or Charleston. A lot of the slaves came in through that market. So we just want to impact our kids and let them learn more about their history. I mean, when you look at a lot of our kids, we're lost. We don't know our history. So honoring the 110, not just here in Savannah, but yet in Myrtle Beach, it's my hometown, and in Charleston. We're doing all three of them simultaneously, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th, and then we're going to take it. Our goal to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King for the year of 2018. We're going to do it in every state in the union.
All right, and we're talking about this event that you see on your screen, one that you just saw on your screen. You can find out more about it by going to the Facebook page. It's the 50th year of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Commemorative Tribute, Sunday, February 4th, 4:30 p.m. until 7 o'clock p.m. at St. John Baptist Church, the Mighty Fortress. That's at 522 Hartridge Street. It is free and open to the public. And thank you so much, Mr. Williams, for joining us today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And let me thank Reverend Lee, Dr. Reverend Lee,
Yes.
for allowing us to do it at St. John's. I just think that was pretty awesome that he opened up his doors and allowed us to do this.
All right, Ron Williams, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It was an honor.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast. Welcome back to News 3 Today. In the Low Country, one teacher got a very big surprise, recently being named one of 45 teachers across the nation to win a Milken Educator Award.
Only one teacher in South Carolina won the award this year, and she happens to teach at Bluffton High School. The school piled into the gym yesterday morning for the big surprise. The teacher, Mrs. Erin Reichert, has taught AP Social Studies at Bluffton for 11 years now. Her prize, $25,000. Wow. The entire school was clearly ecstatic, and Mrs. Reichert was brought to tears.
I just kind of savored the moment, looked around, saw some faces that I've known for quite a while, been a big part of their lives and vice versa. Just so happy. It's been a great year, and this is just really another, wow, icing on the cake to say the least.
The Milken Foundation's goal is to recognize the importance of teachers. Mrs. Reichert is the 59th teacher in South Carolina to get the award since 1982.
Wow, and congratulations.
A very big congratulations.
Yes, absolutely.
Imagine getting $25,000. I suspect that since she's an educator, a lot of that money will go back into the classroom.
I would imagine, and it's very well deserved.
It certainly is. You know what else is well deserved?
This break from the cold weather.
Exactly.
I know where you're going.
Some nice weather.
This is a $25,000 forecast. Maybe
you're gonna have to hit somebody else up for that.
Let's take a look and see what we got for today. All right, so it's still a little on the cool side today, but warmer than it's been. 59 degrees with sunshine. Tonight we're down to 32, freezing, literally. But you know what? We won't be in the 20s and there won't be any wind, so there's not going to be a wind chill. But check out the weekend. 63, mostly sunny Saturday and Sunday. Sunday we get up to near 70 degrees. We can take that. Now, our next chance of rain comes up late Monday or heading into the day on Tuesday. The timing could shift around a little bit on that, but it looks like early next week. And then behind that, no Arctic air, but it will get a little cooler in the lower 60s. But overall, much milder through the next week.
Get out and enjoy.
Yeah, have some fun outside
Fantastic
this weekend, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
That is it. We are all out of time. Stick around after the break. The Bridge with Natalie Hendricks.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.